If you work with kittens, there's a new research finding that you should know about. Orphan Kitten Club funded a study that was just published in the Journal of the American Veterinary Medical Association that linked neurological decline in kittens with bromethalin toxicity. Bromethalin is a neurotoxic rodenticide, so a rat poison, and it has never before been documented to have this mode of transmission. The evidence supports that these kittens were exposed through their mother's milk. So after mom was exposed to or consumed bromethalin, she was able to pass that to her kittens via nursing. This is actually an incidental finding of a larger study that Orphan Kitten Club has funded at UC Davis. We have a very big project that we've funded that is a morbidity and mortality study looking at causes of death and decline in shelter kittens. If you work with neonatal kittens, you know how rapidly they can decline, and you've probably experienced having a veterinarian or a foster coordinator tell you that we just don't know what happened. Sometimes kittens pass away and we do not know what the root cause is. So Orphan Kitten Club has been funding a multi-year study looking at hundreds of necropsies of these animals after they have passed for unknown causes. And UC Davis has been working to really investigate what the underlying causes of disease were for these kittens. One of the findings that was really surprising is the presence of this bromethalin toxicity in several unrelated litters. During the study, researchers identified 5 separate litters of kittens who had presented with similar neurological symptoms like tremors and ataxia. Through necropsies, the research team found a consistent pattern in the brains of these kittens, white matter vacuolization, which suggested toxic exposure. That finding led them to suspect bromethalin rodenticide toxicity. But here's the thing, these kittens were still nursing. They were too young to realistically be eating rat poison on their own. So this evidence suggested that there was toxicosis through maternal milk. Kittens are very underrepresented in research, especially the youngest neonates. And that means that when they present with signs of illness, veterinarians and foster teams don't always know what to do. But information like this can save lives, and it already is saving lives. Because of what the researchers learned through these necropsies, they've already been able to recognize these signs in kittens who have come to their hospital. Kittens like Remy, who came in with neurological symptoms. He could barely walk or even lift his head. Through blood serum testing, they confirmed bromethalin exposure, and he and his siblings were able to receive supportive care while their bodies cleared the toxin. Today, Remy and his siblings are alive and well. This is really the power of research, and it's why one of the strategies Orphan Kitten Club employs is funding and participating in ethical research. I want to clarify what's meant by ethical research, because we have had people already asking how many kittens had to be poisoned for you to learn about this, as if this was like animal testing, poisoning kittens or something like that. I want to be really clear. I have been an animal rights activist for longer than I've been a kitten rescuer. And I've done a lot of anti-animal testing work, even on Capitol Hill. So when I say ethical research, what I mean is we fund clinical trials in natural populations that are already sick, or in this case, deceased. And we support research that directly results in a finding that veterinarians and shelters and foster parents can use immediately to save lives. You can see the kind of studies that we support on our website. This is one of our newer and growing programs, the Ethical Research Program. It's something that I hope that our donors will support so that we can do more, because there are many questions in veterinary medicine when it comes to neonatal kittens. And it's not fair that these kittens come into clinics and we don't have the answers for them. There is always a reason for death and decline in kittens. So I am super proud to be involved in this finding. I hope that this is helpful to veterinarians, shelters, and foster parents. And honestly, as somebody who fosters and occasionally loses kittens, I have to say, for me, it's really meaningful sometimes just to have an answer. You can read the full text of the study by visiting our website, orphankittenclub.org/research. And huge thanks to the team at UC Davis for your incredible work on this finding.